Hi, and welcome to BremSter Puzzles, where I try and showcase the fun that can be had in the world of variant Sudoku, and I'm definitely showcasing the colourfulness of variant Sudoku with this puzzle. This is Dino's Day Out by Ratfinkz, and holy cow, this is an odd-looking grid. Now, I understand many of you may get put off by a grid that looks like this, but options have been provided. It's very, very strange, and I like it a lot. So, Dino's Day Out. This is apparently a very easy puzzle. I've been doing some tricky ones recently, and this one apparently isn't. So awesome. This one apparently won't take very long at all. Now, so yeah, I'm not going to go into news. I just want to do this puzzle. This is so cool. Now, if you're worried about solving this in a very, very colorful grid, there are a couple of options. Now, the first one is in Sudoku Pad, you can go in and you can turn off or you can turn on hide colors. And that will make this a little bit less colorful, but the grid still shows all of the elements that are needed. So you can just hide colors. The other option is in the description below, just below where I provide the normal link to the puzzle. I will provide a link to this puzzle, which has also been provided by the setter, which is the same puzzle, but without all the pretty cosmetics. I, however, am going to try and solve it on this grid with all the colors because this looks amazing. So, Dino's Day Out by Ratfinkz. I don't think I've done a Ratfinkz puzzle in ages, so let's have a look. So, I'm just getting straight into the rules. I want to do this one. Normal Sudoku rules apply. So in every box, in every row, and in every column, the digits 1 to 9 must be placed without repetition. Digits in cages, sum to the number in the top left corner, small number in their top left-hand corner. So these digits sum to 30, those digits sum to 10, those digits sum to 6. Great. Clouds sit between two cells which contain consecutive values. So those digits must be consecutive, those digits must be consecutive, those digits must be consecutive, those digits must be consecutive. One thing I noticed looking at the grid, this cloud is above the lines of the grid and all of the others are below. I don't know what's special about this cloud. Maybe it's threatening a storm. Dinosaurs mark digits in a 1 to 2 ratio. So these digits and these digits and these digits are in a 1 to 2 ratio. It doesn't say anything about negative constraints or anything. So it's just other digits may be in a 1 to 2 ratio, but these ones, these dinosaurs are absolutely forcing doubles. The tree trunk is a Thermo, which increases in value from its roots to its canopy. So this digit will be lower than this, or yeah, this digit is lower than this, which is lower than this, which is lower than this, which is lower than this. The tree canopy acts as a German whisper. Consecutive digits along branches must differ by at least 5. So these two digits have a difference of at least 5. Those digits have a difference of at least 5. Those two digits have a difference of at least 5. And this is the diagonal line here. So those have a difference of at least 5. And if you're a little worried about that, you can confirm that by looking at the other puzzle. And anyone who says, well, it's possible that this line, you can see that this line potentially also goes into here. Well, if you're being that picky, so do these lines all the time as well. There's always a little bit of a line like this going into the box next to it, and no one ever complains about those. So it's pretty clear that this is going into here. Then eggs marks the start and ends of German whisper lines. Two cells connected by pawprints must contain digits or at least 5 apart in value. So these digits are also 5 apart. These are basically German whisper lines. These are paws in the sand that act as German whisper lines. And I'm hoping that I don't need to color this because we'll see how we go. I'm going to restart the puzzle to restart my timer. Let's give this a shot. There's a lot of gimmies up in these cages. The minimum digits I can put into a 10 cage are 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4 sum to 10. So these must be 1, 2, 3, 4. The maximum two digits are 8 and 9, which sum to 17. So they must be 8 and 9. So these are 5, 6, and 7. Now, the consecutive values are telling me that one of these is 1, 2. And wherever the 1 goes, the 2, oh, hang on, no, this is a run of digits because there's a cloud in here as well. So this is a 1, this must be a 2, this must be a 3, and this must be a 4. So the 2, 3 must, and if I put a 1 here, both of those would need to be 2. So there's no 1 or 4 in the middle, and there's no 2 or 3 at the end. That's forced. Okay, great. Sorry, I missed the cloud in the middle. Is it easy to miss stuff on this grid? Yes. Am I complaining about that? No, if this was a hard puzzle, like really diabolically hard, then I think I would find this frustrating. But if this is not too hard, if this is an easy puzzle, no problem. The maximum 4 digits are 6, 7, 8, 9, which just happened to sum to 30. So these are 6, 7, 8, 9. Wherever the 9 goes in, this is going to claim the 8. So if the 9 is here, the 8 will have to go next to it. And therefore the 6 and 7 must go next to each other. But I'm not sure what that's telling me. So these are all from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I know this is not 1, 2, 6. Because if this was 1, 2, 6, I wouldn't have it from here. So this is either 2, 3, 4, which would mean the 3 would be on here. Or it's 1, 3. Actually, it has to be 2, 3, 4, doesn't it? Because how else do I make it up? If I use... hang on. So how can you make a 9 cage? I think this is 2, 3, 4. Because in order to make a 9 cage, I can use 1 plus 2, and then I need a 6. I can't do that. No 6 is available. If I use 1 and 3, and if I skip a 2, 1, 3, I'm at 4 and I need a 5. And I can't do that because 2 of these digits need to be consecutive. So I can't use 1, 2, 6, and I can't use 1, 3, 5. If I use a 4 without a 2, 3, it's 1, 4, 5, and I'm at 10. That doesn't work. The only option here is 2, 3, 4. So this is 2, 3, 4. And because I must put a consecutive digit on here, one of the odd digits must be on here. And this is the order of this. And these are 1 and 5. And this isn't the 5. Now this 6 cage comes into play because the only way of making up a 6 cage is a 1, 5 or a 2, 4, and I cannot use the 1, 5. This is the 2, 4, which means this is the 3, and this is a 2, 4 looking down. Now, this Thermo, probably, well, this has to be consecutive with 2 or 4, so this is 1, 3 or 5. That is 3 of the low digits, maybe. But let's look at this. This is maximum 9, maximum 8, maximum 7, maximum 6, maximum 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it can't be 2, 4, or 5. So this, sorry, 2, 3, or 4. So this is 1 or 5. This can't be 2, 3, or 4. So this is only 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9. So this is the high digit on these German whispers. Now, what do we know about German whisper lines? It's a little bit weird explaining it on paw prints, but what do we know about paw prints? First of all, you can never put a 5 on a oh, this is a 5. I could have written that in as a 5 at the very start of the puzzle. If I'd been working on just German whisper lines, I could have gone 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm doing it now. But I don't mind. I don't mind. Why do I know that this has to be a 5? Well, what happens if I try and put a 5 on a paw print? If I try and make this a 5, what do I put on the other side of a paw print? Because the other side of a paw print must be at least 5 different. If I try and, so that, at least 5, so I have to either add 5 or more or subtract 5 or more. If I tried to add 5 or more, I'd need to be 10 or higher. Not a valid Sudoku digit. If I said to subtract 5 or more, it'd be 0 or lower, not a valid Sudoku digit. So this is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now, I need to be at least 4 different here. Sorry, at least 5 different here. So this has to be 1, 2, 3, or 4. In fact, by the column, I know this is a 1. But this also has to be at least 4 different. So I need to subtract 5 or more. So this has to be from 1, 2, 3, or 4, because it at least has to be at least, if I subtract 5 from 9, I'm at 4 or lower, and it can't be a 1. And this one needs to be the same, 2, 3, or 4. This one, however, is 5 difference from this one. Now, if this is 5 different from this one, I need to add. I can't subtract, because even if this would make this as high as possible and I subtract, this would need to be a negative number. So I have to add to 2, which is the lowest this could be, 5. So this has to be 7, 8, or 9. It can't be 8 or 9. This has to be 7. 4 is only 3 apart, and 3 is only 4 apart. This is a 2. This is not a 2. So we end up with this. That takes 7 out of those. 7 is in one of those 2. I'm enjoying this. I'm really enjoying this. Black dot relationships. I hadn't even thought of these yet. So as we double along these black dot relationships, sorry, dinosaur relationships, as we double along these dinosaur relationships, because this like parade of this dinosaur family, the two digits at the end of the dinosaur family all see each other, we must double as we go along. I can't go up and then back down because these can't be the same digit. So I can either double from 1 to 2 to 4, or I can double from 2 to 4 to 8, but if I was to start at 3, I'd go 3, 6, up to 12, and that doesn't work. So in one order or the other, this has to be 1, 2, 4 or 2, 4, 8. That puts a 2 or a 4 in the middle, and these are 1, 2, 4, 8. Now, there must be a 2 or a 4 on here. So what do I know about this dinosaur? Well, as we walk this dinosaur, because everyone has to walk the dinosaur, I can't use 1, 2. 2 is over here. I can't use 2, 4. 4 is over here. I can't use 4, 8. The only other possibility is 3, 6. And the reason for that is you can never use 5, 7, or 9 on a dinosaur because there's no valid relationship. And if you think about the doubling, you always have to double a 1, 2, 3, or 4. 2, it's even double. 1 doubles to 2, 2 doubles to 4, 3 doubles to 6, 4 doubles to 8, 5 doubling to 10 doesn't work. So this is a 3, 6. So, it's not telling me enough, is it? Do I have to color these? Do I have to? No, I'm going to use letters. I know that these 4, because of the same thing I mentioned here, you start with a high above 5 digit, you must always jump to a below 5 digit, because I didn't fully explain it. But if this was an above 5 digit, this couldn't also be an above 5 digit because the difference is only 3. So it would have to jump from an above 5 to a below 5, and then I couldn't put a below 5 next to it because the difference is only 3. So you always have to alternate above 5, below 5, above 5, below 5. So these digits here, which are all separated by pawprints in a line, all have to be either above or below. I'm going to call them A. Oh, it's that obvious. And B. It's really obvious. If I was working with the line, it would be obvious. But these all have to be either above 5 or below 5, and they can't all be above 5. There's only 4 digits above 5, and that's a 6. So these are 1, 2, 3, 4. There was an easier way of seeing that, which is whereas 5 in this row now, it has to be there. But these now have to be 7, 8, 9. Now, there's a couple, and I can go into here and I can remove the A and the B. Right. That was way easier than I made it. Now, there's a couple of deductions I can make about this. I can't put 4 in either of those, because if I was to put 4 in either of those, the only digit that's 5 away from 4 is 9, and those would have to be 9. Same is true here. Those would both have to be 9. So there's no 4 in either of those. One of those has to be 4, and wherever the 4 is, the 9 has to go next to it. So that's not a 9. Okay. I could probably tell more about this. It's really weird working with this. If I was working with just a normal line, I'm sure that my head would just go click. But with this, it's like, I have no idea what I'm doing. Sudoku. Let's do some Sudoku. 6 must be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 must be in here. 7, 8, 9. 5 and 6 must be in here. So this is the 1, this is the 5. There's no 6 up here, so 6 is in one of those two. Let's do some Sudoku. That is a 7, 8, 9 triple, and there's a 6 in here. This must be below. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is, no, it's not 6, 7. This is just 8 or 9. The 7 here means this is 8 or 9. This is an 8, 9 pair. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. But it could be a 4 because you notice this line ends at the dinosaur egg. But this is an 8, 9 pair. That can't be an 8 anymore. So it can't go 8, 4, 2. I'm going to remove the... Okay. What about this line now? This is one of each. So these are all either above or below, but I need to put a 6 in one of these because there's no 6 over here. So there has to be a 6 in this line somewhere. And wherever the 6 goes on the line, the only digit that's 5 apart from it is 1. So there's no 1 here. And there has to be a 7 on this line with the 6. I think I'm overcomplicating this, but this is true. So if the 6 is at one end, I know one of these is a 3. Oh, 2 is looking down, saying neither of those are 2. One of those has to be a 1. This is a 1, 3, 4. I think I'm overcomplicating this, but there has to be a 7 on this. Oh, the 6 can't be at this end. The 6 has to be at one end of the line, and this dinosaur is preventing it being there. This is the 6. So this is the 1. That's what I needed. This, one of those has to be a 3 now. So that can't be a 7. If this was a 7, these could neither of those could be 3. Because 1, 2, 3, I can't put 4 in either of them because that would break the line. And 7 is only 4 away from 3. So that's an 8, which makes that the 9, which makes that the 8, which means this can't be the 4 because 4 is only 4 away from 8. Which means 4 is on this line as well. And it has to be the other end. I can't put 4 in the middle of the line or I'd need 2 9s. So this is 4, this is 9. This is a low digit, which is 2 or 3. This is a high digit, which is 7, the only high digit left. And 7 can't go next to 3. It's too close. That's the 2. That's the 3. There's no 3 here. This is a 1-4 pair, making that the 3. And this is a 2. And if this is a 2, that is not in a dinosaur relationship with 8. Not in a dinosaur relationship with it. So these are 1, 4. This is fun. The 1 makes this the 4 and this the 1, which makes this the 4. There's no 2, 3, or 4 here anymore because of the 2, 3, 4 already on the ground. There's no 9 here anymore. The 8 makes this the 7, and 7 is too close to 2. The paws must be further apart than that. So this is the 3. This is great. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. 5, 8, and 9 go on. The 8 already on the ground takes 8 off these. So this is the 8. And can I resolve the 5, 9? Probably. But finally, I'm looking up. The 2 looks up into the clouds, making this the 4 and this the 2. This has to be a 6 or a 7 by Sky's Sudoku. The 4 looks up, making this the 1, which because of all of the consecutive clouds means this has to go 2, 3, 3, and 4. The 8 looks up into the sky, making this the 9 and this the 8. The 9 looks back down, making this 5 and 9. The only thing this puzzle is missing is a happy rainbow. The 9 looks up, taking 9 out of those. So that's a 7, 8 pair. So this is the 6, 9 pair. The 2 is looking across, making that the 4 and that the 2. This is a triple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, these are a 4, 5, 6. This has to be consecutive with 4, 5, or 6. So it's 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7. It's not 3 or 4. It's not 6. So this is odd, which means this has to be even. Anything in a cloud relationship must have one odd and one even digit. So that's not a 5. Oh, the 6 is looking up, making that a 5, 7. So what are the digits that I haven't placed in this skybox? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2, and 9. I'm not sure what to do with that. There must be an even digit on this cloud, you know, the one that's threatening us because it's coming at us out of the grid. And if it's a 6, I'm actually not sure. This would be 5, 6, 7, which would make that 8, 9, and that seemed okay. Oh, it's either a 6 or an 8. So where does 3 go in this row? Yeah, where does 3 go in this row? I can't put it in it. Yeah, 3 is up here. But if I was to put 3 on this cloud, this threatening storm cloud, then we would have a problem. So this has to be a 3 in the corner. I always want to celebrate the 3 in the corner, but I know if I sing the song, my video will get reported by the fans of the channel that does that. So I'm not going to do that. So now this still must have a 6 or an 8 on it. But the 3 looks down, making this the 6 and this the 3. That looks up, making this the 7 and this the 6, which takes 6 out of there. It's probably Sudoku in these middle boxes because I've still got lots of consecutive stuff going on. Let's mark this quadruple. 1, 2, not 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 8, 9. Well, there's no 1 there and there's no 2 there. There's no 9 there. So this can't be an 8 because these have to be consecutive clouds. There's no 8 there. Oh, there's no 2 there. Yeah, oh, this is restricted because it's got to be consecutive with 4. That's not 1. This is 3 or 5. And it's not 3. That's 5. So what can this be now? I've got 5, 5. This is the 5. This is the 7, which means this is the 8 and this is the 7. And the 7 is not consecutive with the 9. So that's the 6, that's the 9. And now I know what these are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These are 8 and 9, making that the 1, making that the 8, which is consecutive with the 9, making that the 1. This is the 6 that hasn't been placed in the top box. And the 8 looks up, making that the 9 and that the 8. And I've done the upper part of the puzzle. Now I just need to do, you know, the treetops. I don't care that I'm slow. I'm having a lot of fun. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got a 6, 4, 5, 7. Well, there's no 7 there. So this is a 4 or a 5. So what are these? 1, 2, 3, 6. There's no 2 there. There's no 3 there. I am finding this incredibly hard to see the digits, but as I said, I'm still having a ball. 2 is not consecutive with 4 or 5. So there's no 2 there. So that's a 3, 6 pair. That's the 2, which makes that the 9, which makes that the 2. The 7 is looking down, making that the 5, which takes 5 out of there. Okay, let's keep doing triples, shall we? Because 3, 4, or 5, 6 still... Oh, 2. No, I'm broken. I am broken. They need to be consecutive. Please tell me I haven't made a mistake at this point. No, I scanned incorrectly here. So let's do this again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm broken. I've got 2 1s in this column. So when I made this, when I took the 1 out of here and made this 8, 9, I should have made that 2, which made that 9, which made that 2. I put the wrong digit in. This is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It is very hard for me to scan this, particularly as I've got color vision issues. But as I said, if you have vision issues, even vaguely close to what I do, use the other grid. The puzzle will be the same. 1, 2, 3. I'm setting myself a challenge. 4, 5, 7 go into here, and this isn't a 7. And these are now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 3, 6. There's no 3 at the bottom. There's no 1 at the top. I'm hoping I haven't made more mistakes like that. Now, 1 isn't consecutive, so this is the 6. So this can't be 4. This has to be odd. This is a 5 or a 7. That takes 6 out of there. I hope I'm back on track now. The 6 takes 6 out of both of those, so we end up with 3 and 1. 3 is not consecutive with 5. That's the 4. The 4 comes out of here. Okay, we're making progress. I'm not broken anymore. The 4 makes this the 4. That wasn't a complaint. I'm having a ball. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Please don't send in too many of these, though. If this became the norm, then it would get old fast. But I'm loving this puzzle. The 8 makes this the 1, which makes this the 8. Oh, the 7 looks down, making this the 5, which doesn't resolve those, but it does resolve this 7 and 5. All of this is working. The 6, no, but the 5 looks across, making that the 4, which makes that the 6 and that the 5. This is a triple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 7. The 6 and the 7 means this is the 4, which is consecutive with 3. This cloud, it's a lonely little cloud. Didn't need to be there. What a shame. And anyone who complains about, I didn't have to use this clue, you've obviously never set many puzzles, because redundant clues, they help. They can really help a puzzle. 6 and 7, and that, roar, you completed the puzzle successfully. Happy Dino Day. Okay. I had a happy day. I assume I missed Dino Day because this has been in my queue for a while, but this was a lot of fun. I enjoyed this puzzle a lot. I imagine if I had been solving on this grid, it would have been a lot faster, but I really enjoyed this experience because this wasn't a hard puzzle. If this had been a hard puzzle, I would not have tried to solve it on this because the visual noise was a lot. But for an easy Sudoku, this was a fun challenge to do it on this grid. I reckon I probably could have done it on this grid in maybe less than 10 minutes. On this one, it took me 20. Cool. Thanks everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one as much as I did. And as always, good luck with your solving.